Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. This one complete to Hayward. Now he's loose down the right sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. He's got it. And the Saints will up the lead to 5. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. First and 10. Shaheed in motion. That's left side, caught by Musgrave. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
He'll drop to throw. This one complete right side. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
On the ground, here's Keaton Mitchell. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Look him up on a second down and 8. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. Now it's going to be third down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That is caught. What a throw. Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, L.A. A touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season. Extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Rams will up it to a 2-point lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. A first down throw for Burrow. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. L'Jarius Sneed, tight coverage as he gets in the way of that one.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt.
Those simple routes over the middle, Mike. Well, to the quarterback, they're not always so simple. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of bodies in the middle of the field. There's a lot of traffic. Those windows are hard to navigate the ball through safely. So what happens? Well, you saw it there. It's a prime area for throws to be intercepted.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A give to Mitchell. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Big lineman Aleem McNeil ends the play there. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Musgrave. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this. Then on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Not much. 2nd and long coming up. He'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. The Rams out to the early lead. We're back in Southern California in a moment. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Shaheed in motion. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They'll go. It's Mitchell. And he's going to have a Rams first down. And more. It'll wind up a gain of 5 on 4th and 2.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Rams. Nevis, good on the extra point. And the Rams will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. That's taken at about the 14. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Trying to set up the screen to Mitchell. And no chance to turn and go. That one's good for just a couple.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
He's got a man. That's Nacua. Complete. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 79 yards. Touchdown, Rams. Nevis, good on the extra point. And the Rams tag on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. That's complete to Baker. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Saints. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Shaheed now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
At their own 26-yard line.
The motion man is Nakua. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
2nd and a yard. On the carry, this is Tyler Algier. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by their rookie 1st-round pick. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
And these are the types of plays they envisioned when they invested a 1st-round pick on this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation for having almost offensive wide receiver type ball skills. And those ball skills were certainly on full display that time.
And this will be knocked down. It's incomplete, but there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Second down, Burrow. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. He's to the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Shaheed now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's caught right side. It's the tight end Musgrave. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
To the air now on 1st and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Nakua snags it over the middle. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Open man, right side. He's got it. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a 1st down. They'll look to throw yet again. That'll be taken in by Moore. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front, the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely, and results in a completion.
2nd down and 3. Back to the air one more time. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. To the goal line and in. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Not going for two. They'll kick the point after. He's got it. And the Rams will make it a two-score game as they are now up 9. Closing seconds of this first half, and this kickoff is away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now a handoff, running right. And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a first down. So we are at halftime, and this is a 9-point game at the break. As we send you cross-country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. He's got his tight end. That's Musgrave. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender...
That's down the field and intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Play action now. It's Burrow. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Burrow to throw. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
Mike, I don't really even think this is much of a conversation. On the plus side of the 50, I think you've got to keep your offense on the field, stay aggressive, and try to maintain possession. You get field position like this, you want to make sure this drive ends with some sort of points.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. They get 18 yards on fourth down and a fresh set of downs.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. Here we go. They'll send him over to the left. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. A tight end in motion now. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. He's got a receiver. That's Baker.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. They run over center with Robinson. He is in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Saints.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Back-to-back targets, back-to-back completions. That one for 16 and the first down.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
They'll look to throw. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
And in a game where it seems like this quarterback hasn't really done much wrong, it's really his most critical missed throw so far. He's had himself a really good game up until this point, but I think that's one when he goes back and watches the tape, he knows he should have had it.
That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down. A run here with Mitchell, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Now they'll set up to throw. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And he's going to be taken down. Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Now for the point after. It's up and through. And the Rams will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He'll go right and find his running back. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Here's Howell. Going up top. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Hit as he threw. The pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On first down, it's Robinson. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. What turns out to be the final play. Here's 3rd and 7. Now, Burrow. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to
And he will score! Game on! Touchdown, New Orleans. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Back to throw. Throwing right. It's taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
That's caught right side. It's the tight end Musgrave. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
They go right back to Musgrave. He's got it again.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Back to the air one more time. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
The offense staying out there for this fourth down. He'll look to throw. That's incomplete. Daring call on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
On first down, Burrow. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That catch. .40 on the season for him.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. It's a big-time play to secure that one.
He's going to air this one out, and they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this fourth quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
Now a run on first down. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now Burrow on the bootleg. Off-balance throw. It's complete. Big play coming up. This is third down. To throw is Burrow. And that is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction. And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. First and 10. Now, faking the give. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a first down. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And the Saints have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Throwing is Howell. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by Puka. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here comes second down. They'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now third down.
Gonna need a big play now. Third down and long. They'll drop to throw. Shaheed with the catch. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. He'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Musgrave. And he's going to have the Rams first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving. And then some. Now they'll set up to throw. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. But he'll gather it back in. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down. They'll look to throw again. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
They'll look to throw yet again. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They'll throw here on third, and oh my goodness, they were in field goal range, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Diamador Lenore.
And with time not on their side, they're trying to push the ball, generate some sort of chunk play by throwing the ball over the top of the defense. It's going to end up being a little bit too predictable. The defense is able to take the ball away, and barring something crazy happening, puts them in a prime position to close this one out.
Here we go. From the 35, it's first and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. The Rams use their third and final timeout, and they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll try to get this one on the ground.